Hello?
Hello, Hughes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Hello?
Hello, Hughes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Hello?
Yeah, that
Hello,
is
Hughes.
fantastic.
You are on BP's Africa podcast, a medium for peace building and golden rule instruction. We are based in East Africa, Kampala, Uganda. It's an honor.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's an honor that you contacted us, and we love knowledge sharing. Thank you so much for the information you've shared with us about the Qatar Hughes Knowledge Institute, which is in the United States of America with its good mission to this planet. Your model or your motto is eye-catching because you love learning, sharing, protecting, and caring. I'm so honored, and I strongly been waiting to learn from you what the workforce Trinity is all about. It's a new knowledge building concept that I'm hearing for the first time. So members, university students, community members of all ages who are tuned on BP's Africa podcast, this is the time to have Hughes to introduce himself and share with us the workforce Trinity. You are most welcome. Hughes.
Thank you. Thank you, Ronald, for having me. Yes, my name is Carter Hughes, and I'm here to talk about the Workforce Trinity. And the Workforce Trinity for me, it was something that I found and something that has really helped me over the past 5 to 6 years to have consistent progress in my occupation. And the reason it kind of started for me was because I got to a point in life to where I wasn't really proud of what I was doing, right? I wasn't really proud of the productivity I was having. I wasn't proud of the impact that I was having on the people around me. So for me, I started to get clear on what I wanted to accomplish when I went to work.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just going to work like any other day, I started being serious about what am I trying to accomplish here? What am I becoming, while I'm here? Um, and it really started to help me, and things started to improve. So then I had to figure out what I was doing. I had to figure out what is it that I'm doing that is making me have this success, and that is where the Workforce Trinity came from. Me just identifying what I was doing in order to have this success, and ultimately, excuse me,
Yeah.
I was just improving myself.
Mm.
That's ultimately what it was. I was just improving myself. I was improving my knowledge about the organization I worked for. I was improving my usefulness to the people I worked with, right? I was very useful to the people I worked with because I would listen. I would just listen to them and try to help them. Um, and then with being willing to speak publicly about my job, being willing to lead the meeting, being willing to give a presentation, being willing to give a briefing, that helped me out tremendously. It was that kind of changed everything once I was willing to have the courage to speak about my job on a stage, or to ask a question while we're having a meeting. Instead of just thinking the question, now I'm asking it, right? I'm trying to get my own understanding, because we all understand things differently, right? And that's okay.
Yeah.
So for me, just being comfortable enough with how I understood things, to being willing to ask the question so I could get a better understanding. And it makes things fun for me too now. But the Workforce Trinity, I did an audiobook about the Trinity, and then we did a workshop just teaching the Trinity as well. And it's just 3 principles that we give to people, and we say, if you focus on these 3 things in your occupation, it will lead you to consistent success, right? And that first thing is being able to know your job well enough to explain it to a child, right? Like being able to understand your job in a simple manner. That's the first thing. And then number 2 would be having a good relationship with your coworkers, like being useful, understanding what they do and how what they do helps you, and understanding how what you do helps them, right? And really being active as far as helping other people. And then number 3 was being willing and eager to speak publicly about your job. And those are essentially, that is the workforce Trinity. So what we would like to do is we would say, okay, give me a random occupation. Give me a random occupation, Ronald.
Teaching.
Okay, let's say, okay, so a person's a teacher.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing they would do is identify, am I providing a product or a service? Right. As a teacher, they're providing the service, right? A service. And that service is instruction, right? So if you're teaching within the public school system, you're instructing students, right? So the first thing you want to identify is whether we're providing a product or a service. And as a teacher, it's more than likely a service. Also, if you're a teacher, you can sell books as well. I mean, my understanding as a teacher, especially when you get into the college level, you can sell books, you can sell other products that you have created as a teacher, right? So that's additional revenue stream. And then,
Hughes,
yes,
you have said if you are a teacher, you either
yes,
provide a service or a product.
yes.
According to the African way of things, it seems the greatest majority are service providers. They are not product oriented. And this seems to have affected our economies so greatly. There is much suffering in teaching because they are one-sided on the service. Now that you are here with the Workforce Trinity, you are opening our eyes. You are opening the eyes of the entire nation to this Workforce Trinity. I'm so blessed to have you tonight.
Yes, yes, thank you. And that's what we want to do. We want people to just get more creative with where you already are. And once you improve yourself, that can improve everything. So yes, even from that teacher situation, you can still be creative, right? We're providing a service to the students. Normally the teachers work for the government, just work. So they get paid a certain amount and all of those things. But within that, above the teacher, you have administrators, principals, and things that there are levels above the teacher as well, right? It doesn't, right? You have the teacher level, but then aren't there things above the teacher level, administrators, principals?
Thank you so much, Hughes. Now I say you have got the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute and you've done a great job. The Carter Hughes Institute has done a great job. And on our side in Uganda, we have got the Knowledge Rethinking Bureau, Uganda. This is a think tank based in Makerere University Private Sector Forum. So how can we develop a knowledge-based confidence partnership between Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute and our think tank? Because I see if we garner strength, we can make this world a better place to live in. Africa is wanting, is in need of your services.
I agree. There are many ways we could partner. There are many ways that we could partner to exchange information that they could give to their people, and then we could learn information from you all as far as how we can improve. But yes, we do have workshops that we offer. We have audio books that we offer. Just coming to the website would be helpful because we have the quote of the day, and that changes every day, just giving people different motivation, different things to consider for the day. What we find that a lot of the times people just need some direction, right? People have a lot of energy, they are ready to go, but they may not know how to do what it is they want to do. So we help people to kind of get that direction.
Oh, thank you so much, Hughes. Now, I'm beginning to see the strengths of the workforce Trinity. Now, with your institute and our Knowledge Rethinking Bureau, can you invite me for a retooling program in the Hughes Carter Knowledge Institute?
A
For a
retouring
retooling,
program?
yes.
Yes, yes. We do offer those sessions. We could talk about this offline, yes, and we could do a program so that we could just kind of set up a curriculum that you all could share with your people. Yes.
Yes, I need an invitation to visit the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute and do a knowledge sharing of the know-how transfer games innovation for knowledge building. This is an innovation for rebuilding an industrious knowledge economy. And I say, being of service, you must look into the other side of providing a product. I need to come for a knowledge demonstration of the know-how transfer games innovation with the institute, and then we have a retooling program together that we can launch for the entire nation that will even lead to your coming to Africa.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, send me the information about it. But yes, that's important that we exchange the knowledge. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
And
yes, that
we
is
can set
possible.
up. Yes,
We will,
yes. Just
we
send
will,
me the info.
we will afford
Send
the
me the
coming.
information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I need
Yeah.
that knowledge sharing. And have you an experience of Africa? Have you ever journeyed to Africa knowledge institutions before all?
I have not been to a knowledge institution yet, but I've been to Ghana. I've been to Lagos. In Ghana, we went to Kokobiti Institute.
Yeah.
So there was a school in Ghana that we visited. But in Lagos, I was just there to kind of hang out with my friends, so I didn't go to any school.
Okay.
We had good food, we had good party, and I did not go to school on that trip. But I did in Ghana. I went to Kokobiti Institute
Oh,
and learned a little bit about that.
that is great.
But I
No,
have not.
I
Go
understand
ahead.
there are so many lives you have extended a second touch to. Approximately how many in numbers do you feel that can give a testimony of the workforce Trinity so far?
So far, I would say probably about 50 to 60 people so far. Right? It's just yes, 50 to 60 people so far. Since we started this back in, I say about 2019 is kind of when we started all of this.
Yeah.
We've helped thousands of people up to this point. But for the Trinity's only been out 1 year.
Yeah.
So I'd say about 50 to 60 people so far. Testimonials, we have about 11 or 12 that we put on the website and we rotate them out. But it's been very helpful for people, very helpful. And the main reason is because it's simple. It's not something complex. It's not a bunch of rules to follow. It's just three principles. That's it. So it's very simple, very easy to follow for people. So and people have found it very helpful.
I believe it is attracting each day more partners coming on board because since the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic,
Yes.
distracted everything, and people are now looking for that functional counseling. They are looking
Yes.
for how to get back. They are missing
Yes.
something. I believe the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute is doing this in Richmond and is expanding in the many states. Now in Africa, Africa is indeed desperate. Our knowledge institutions need your great services. Knowledge shared is knowledge improved. So we are like in boxes. We lack information, which is constructive. I see you have a huge load of work to do for us in Africa. We need to organize. You come
I
to
agree.
Africa someday. People must go into seminars where you speak to them, you exchange knowledge, you counsel them constructively, because there are so many knowledge gaps in Africa which we must fix. And with you, much can be done. So how are your knowledge institutions apart from this institute? Is it affiliated to some or not yet?
No, it's all virtual right now. It's all a virtual platform right now, right? So it's just information to be shared with people. That was the thinking behind it. We just wanted this to be a platform where anybody could come to learn about life, to learn about work, and to learn about themselves, right? That's the whole purpose of this knowledge institution, is to be a place where anyone can come to learn, right? That's our whole intention, is I want to be learning every day of my life. So that's why we created this, so we could have something to learn about every day. And even in Lagos, we've helped a fashion designer get her business started and start to really try to expand her business by using the workforce Trinity, right? And a major thing that we tell our entrepreneurs that we work with to do is to write down your goals. Just write them down, look at them every day, and you'd be amazed at how powerful your mind is, right? These things that you want, once you start programming yourself to look at them you would be amazed at how powerful the mind is, because a lot of what we want, it's in front of us. We just can't see it yet, right? That's all it is. So yeah, we try to, the platform is for anyone who wants to continue to learn.
At first I thought this is something to do with the divine connection to God, the Trinity.
Yes.
But really it excites. And have you that background? Are you religious person?
I'm not a religious person, though, but it's all, I think everything is rooted in the Bible, you know. And one of the things that we try to, the book of Matthew, you know, the story of the parable of the talents. We have different passages from the Bible that we use to talk to people about life. And in the parable of the talents, it talks about identifying your talents and using them, right? Making sure that you're developing yourself. That's what it talks about in that parable of the talents. So we really try to encourage people to develop themselves. Number one, identify what your talents are. We have assessments that you could take online on the platform to help you identify your intelligences. Every human has 8 different intelligences. Some people don't know that. Some people don't know that they have 8 different intelligences that can be measured, right? So we try to help people to get that information. What we believe is that people are a lot more valuable than they give themselves credit for. So we try to give them the tools to identify more of their value. You know, that's a lot of what we do. We want people to know how valuable they are so that they can use these things to create the life that they want. Right. But it starts with us, though. Yeah. And that is from the Bible. That is, you know, that's tied into God. Yes, indeed. But it starts with us. It starts right here. God has given us all a lot of gifts. So
this is what everybody on BP's Africa podcast must know from Hughes of the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute is curing societal ills, making everyone to discover himself to become a theory that he or she can successfully succeed in his occupation. His content is very, very fertile for all souls, for all people of all ages. We are going to enjoy it we are going to be functional, because he's a man of God and he has talked about the book of Matthew, about the talents. I strongly believe also that each person has got that inner potential. It is just about identifying where your strength is. So,
Yes.
what message do you have for university students, mostly in Africa, in our knowledge institutions? Many of them lack a confidence, yet
Mhm.
you are tackling that sensitive component of confidence building. Why do people miss out on the confidence and they die in silence?
Because the world is a difficult place, and sometimes people are not good to one another, you know. So
Mm,
that's why we sometimes we kill each other's confidence. You know, life is difficult. Life is not easy for anyone that I'm aware of, and it's just difficult sometimes. So I think that's what the issue is. A lot of time we're hurting each other's confidence.
mm,
Sometimes we know it, sometimes we don't know it.
mm,
But what we found is that if we can help people identify
mm,
the source of their confidence, which is their value, then they'll be stronger as they go out into the world, you know,
mm,
because you always need to be prepared that someone is going to try to come and take your confidence away from you. So we want to
mm,
try to make everyone stronger in
mm,
their confidence in preparation for, you know,
mm,
what may be coming. Uh,
mm,
but yeah, life is difficult. Life is difficult, and we want people to be strong. And
mm,
we believe a big part of that strength
mm,
starts with knowing who you are and
mm,
knowing your value,
mm,
knowing that you're important, right? Knowing the
mm,
abilities that you have. So that's what we try to teach people. Give them that strength to
mm,
be prepared for when things come.
mm. So thank you so much for that great job. There are not so many genes on this planet who sacrifice and think of other people's well-being. People need to be raised, to raise that positive knowledge stamina into them. There is a knowledge gap of reasonability. Many people no longer reason. And if you don't reason, then that means you stay stagnated. We have
Yes.
memory decay, mind stagnance, unreasonableness,
Yes.
inability to think, that tired thinking. So it is our job as Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute to create a positive change in the
Yes.
minds and lives of people. Uh, have you concentrated much in Europe, all Africa, Asia?
Africa. Africa. We haven't done anything in Europe, just Africa. But like you were saying, that comes down to like the law of use. Like how you're saying, if you're not using your brain, it's going to start to diminish.
Mm,
Yeah, if you're not challenging yourself, things are going to start to diminish. Your abilities will start to diminish. So yes,
mm,
exactly what you were talking about. We call that's the law of use. Whatever you don't use, you're going to lose. So we
mm,
want folks to challenge themselves every day. Continue
mm,
to use your ideas. So
mm.
yes, exactly what you said. Exactly.
Yes. So now we have some 5 minutes to come to the end of our meeting. Um, we would like to develop a knowledge-based confidence partnership with your institute. That calls for, and I would request for an invitation to come and meet some of your partners. Then we do a cross-cutting demonstration of the know-how transfer games and innovation, which is knowledge building. Because
Hmm.
with you, with that human resource, we shall develop out of it a serious retooling program for Africa and perhaps for the entire nation. I would
Yes.
like that to be soon. I will share with you information, and then you prepare an invitation. The rest of the things we shall meet ourselves. Just need an invitation. We come for that knowledge sharing. Then we develop a touring program that will tour our nation. Go to Africa, we go to Asia, we go to Europe, because there are similar challenges and problems. For example, you hear a lot of domestic violence It is not only in Europe, it is in Africa, it is in Asia. People are
Mm-hmm.
dying. They miss what the Trinity talks about. People are losing jobs. People are killing themselves because they lack that second touch onto their lives. And I see the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute is championing this great cause. You just need
Yes.
God to bring to you more functional partners that will change the mindset of this nation. Could you have some concluding remarks about the entire meeting today and proposed when we should meet again on BP's Africa podcast?
Yes. I would say send me more information about the partnership so we could discuss that. But yeah, we could meet again next month. I would say next October. What's that? 26th? So October 26th, around that time. We could meet again just to kind of see what's going on. And I think we could develop a curriculum for young people trying to start working, like a curriculum of things they need to focus on as they go out into the workforce. But that's what we're trying to get curriculums that people can use to give them guidance. A lot of people just lack guidance. They don't understand, they don't understand how to accomplish the things they want to. So yes, we could put together a curriculum, virtual curriculum as possible. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to send the information. We need to have that positive knowledge stamina, develop that curriculum that will make the younger generation accomplish their missions at the early age. That is a point of action. We are going to exchange information and we immediately have this in place. We should not wait. This is the time for things to turn around from bad to better. I'm so grateful for that, Hughes. So thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you. I'm grateful.
BP's
I'm
Africa.
grateful you having me on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so
And I just want to let
much.
everybody know that the Trinity is available on the website, www.carterhughesknowledgeinstitute.com. And if you wanted to get the actual course, you could enter the code BETA, BETA, and you could get the course for free throughout the website as well, right? So we just wanted to make that available to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hughes, for the job well done and for having that giving heart to the entire nation to learn from you to better themselves. This is the great commission that the Lord gave to mankind. Do not sit there. You must do something of value, which is functional, which is addressing a societal ill that people can experience. God is love, peace.
Yes.
Recently, the United Nations was in New York. I think they are still there. Peace is on the agenda and building that global solidarity. We can only have this global solidarity through the workforce Trinity. The workforce Trinity brings the solidarity that is missing. If you are at your occupation place, listen to others. They also listen to you. Are they okay? Are you okay? Somebody has a challenge. How can we solve that challenge? To have this peace at the end to enable you offer a service and a product that the nation wants. And we have an industrious, peaceful economy. Thank you so much, Hughes, once again. Greetings to your family, to all partners globally. Tell them that the Knowledge Rethink Bureau Uganda is also there in preparation of this partnership of developing a curriculum for younger people that will guide them realize who they are. God bless you.
Yes, indeed. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you too.